Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. And I've had a couple people recently just say, I'm just looking at prices, just trying to gather some research. That's exactly why we put this site together. So I'm going to send out by email, I'm going to send you a link to the guide to Milton prices. It'll give you a sense of the neighborhoods. Obviously, coming here and having a tour, you can request one just over there. That's the best thing to do. But if you can't do that, at least you can start to see what you get for your money in Milton. And a lot of times people come to us and say, I've got $200 or $250 to spend. It basically means you're looking at something with condo fees, because anything freehold probably starts at $310 or $320. Detached homes really start about $400,000, and even then it's a very, very small detached home. Most of them tend to float between $450 and $500 or even more. Double garages start probably appearing maybe around $470, $480, that kind of stuff. So if you have any questions about that, use us as a resource. We're really here to be the concierge and to help interpret information, and obviously looking at some of the lists and things that we have to offer hopefully helps in the research. So we have 14 listings today. We've started off with a couple of the Mattamy. They're called the Village Towns. Single car garage, 3 stories high, don't have a backyard. They just have a balcony and then they have a small front yard. This one's 1051 square feet. Amazing deal. These ones are really at, I think, a low. It's almost like they have high tide and low tide. And these ones are at low tide right now. The prices are a bit lower. You're getting stainless steel backsplash. You're getting some hardwood floors here. And surprisingly, the builder charged for finished laundry rooms. And so that's kind of a neat feature here. I mean, all this together, there's one for sale with carpets, a little bit more plain, at the same price. These guys are killing that one, and they're killing anything I think that's even been listed in the last couple months for this value. So I think this is the best value for a freehold home. There's no condo fees on these kinds of properties. I think it's the best deal in town if you're looking to get in on something without any shared maintenance costs. So Dalhousie is a little bit bigger. It's 1195 square feet. The previous one I called the small version. This is the medium version. And you have to be careful with your furniture scale, but it is a good layout. It's open concept. I just don't think they have the upgrades in here to command this kind of price at $345,900. 2-car parking in the driveway typically doesn't add thousands and thousands of dollars, but what it does, it just makes the sale a lot easier because it opens up your audience to people that can park 2 cars in the driveway plus have the garage as storage. This is one of what we consider the larger models. It's an end unit. It's just under 1,300 square feet. The biggest ones are closer to 14. 2-car parking in the driveway, same thing as before. But it's plain. It doesn't have a lot of upgrades. This model is the only one that actually has an eat-in kitchen. So you can put a table there. And it's the 3-bedroom version. People ask me all the time, is the 3-bedroom more valuable than the 2? Is the 4 more valuable than the 3? Here's my answer to that. So the more bedrooms you have, so a 4 versus a 3 or 3 versus 2, the majority of the value comes from the size of the we'll call it the box. So the actual square footage of the house is far more important to the value. There are some people that prefer a 2-bedroom. You get a slightly bigger audience with more bedrooms because there's just people that have to fit more things in, whether it's kids or home offices. From a value standpoint, the difference is almost negligible. So that's something important to consider, is that buy for your own needs. Have the consideration there that maybe more bedrooms might be a slight advantage, but it's not a huge thing. It's not 100% more valuable. It's probably 10% more valuable than having less rooms. So that's not usually enough of an argument to sway someone away from a home that they feel is the best for them. So Low Lane is at $370. I actually think it's a great deal. It's a semi-detached 4-bedroom. This renovated version has gone for as much as $430, $440. They're at $370, but you can read in here, get ready for some work. It's going to need carpet, paint, and landscaping. TLC, so they're selling it as is, where is, so there's no warranty about anything. They're not guaranteeing everything has to work. Let's just say you put appliances in. You could put decent appliances in for $5,000. I just did research, stainless steel appliances at the Brick. There's a sale for $16.99 right now for the full kitchen set. Buy a hood fan plus washer dryer. You're in the game for less than $5. You put carpet in, it's $2 or $3 a square foot. You put hardwood, it's $5 plus install for nice hardwood. And so it's really not going to break the bank. Get a cleaning lady in, put some landscaping that's mostly just your own time and effort. If you hire someone to resod, we're not talking $10,000. So if you buy this one for the right price, I have no idea what condition it's in, but it can actually be a good deal. This is one of those properties where it's one of those rare finds where you can actually create your own, I call it sweat equity, which is where you're actually building value through your own efforts and through doing smart renovations that are going to pay back. So Farmstead is $397,500, and so we've got it's a Cost Corp townhouse. It has some shared costs. I think it's between $50 and $80 a month for your garbage and snow removal. But the thing about that is that on carrying costs for between $50 and $80 is anywhere between about $10,000 to $18,000 on a mortgage. So if you got a mortgage, let's say for $15,000, your payment per month is going to be somewhere between there. So I look at this and say it's really like buying a place for $410,000 or $412,000. The top two bedrooms are a little bit smaller. Nice upgrades in the kitchen here. Granite counters, under mount sink. You've got the nice hood fan. Master bedroom's huge. The other two bedrooms are a little bit smaller. This seems in line with what they've sold for. There really hasn't been a lot of sales recently. There's been some listings and they've been a little bit tougher. The one facing Farmstead, actually the end unit, has sold conditional at $419,000, which surprised me. But they could be on a bit of an upswing. So Dills Crescent is $405,000. Probably the most square footage for the money right now. Just over 1,700 square feet, plus a finished basement. And it's about a 23-foot lot, so it's narrow. You can see the kitchen here. The family room is very long and narrow. Not particularly my thing. I tend to like the wider lots a little bit better, more the Madame style of building. But the bedrooms look like a decent size. You're not tying your bedroom up with your office and computer, so that's a good thing to have a nook there. Plus you've got your walkout balcony, a bit of landscaping here. So altogether, I think $405,000 seems like a very fair deal. For what you're getting. You're probably getting at least 400 square feet extra in finished space than you can find in a lot of the other homes for sale. This is an end unit townhouse, perfect example, 1,500 square feet plus a finished basement, but it's a townhouse versus a semi, and they're asking $420,000. So I could definitely see these guys selling in the $410,000 to $420,000 range. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just nicely put together. One of the big value points on this one is that finished basement, bit of landscaping in the back. So the basic model, you add the end unit, probably $5,000-$6,000, finished basement plus or minus $10,000, and you say, does this model typically sell for $405,000? If it's nice inside, for sure. So they're definitely not that far off. There's not a whole lot they're competing against right now, probably up to about $425,000, so they should do pretty well. Featherstone has a nice wide double car driveway side by side, because a lot of people say to us, we want a 2-car garage. And I say, well, what about something where you can park 2 cars side by side? Well, that's fine too. So people don't want to play the switcheroo game. I've helped a lot of people in the last 10 or 11 years move strictly based on parking issues. The home itself, it's basically one big room here. There's some hardwood floors. A little bit more basic kitchen, not huge. You have to be careful with scale of furniture. And then the bedrooms look like they're decent size. That's going to be a tricky thing because the above ground pool really plays with your perception of space in the backyard. The advice would be probably to take it down. That's your ideal. I know that grass is going to be dead and so on, but I just think that it would really enhance the appeal of it. It would show the backyard, which is 105 feet deep. Not the lot is 105, the actual, including the house and everything. But under 450 is going to attract attention with a detached home, and the fact that they have a 4th bedroom in the basement finished is going to be appealing to people who have a need, maybe for a home office or maybe a nanny or just something, maybe a hobby room downstairs. So that could be the straw that I guess sort of pushes this one over, straw that breaks the camel's back, but it actually enhances the appeal. Laurier is $499, so double car garage, you've got an October 4th possession. So when we see a date like that, we probably can guess that the sellers have bought another home, and that date's important. So if you come as a buyer with that date, you're probably going to be received favorably, providing that the offer is not way out of left field and super low. So What I like about this one is most of the stuff that's less than 500, double car garage. We're looking mostly at one room plus the kitchen. So this one has a great room plus the dining room plus the kitchen. Plus they have a 5th bedroom downstairs, which can be a big advantage too. So this one's on Laurier. I think it's on the quieter part of Laurier. In the 1100s, I find is a lot quieter than the stuff in the 1000 to 1100. Bessy Trail, there's a lesson in here too. 514.9. The history on this one, they were listed at $499. They held back on offers, didn't get what they wanted, so they canceled, relisted at $519. That wasn't working, despite the fact that $519 wasn't, I don't think, too bad of a price, especially given what else is selling. Now they're at $515, and what they're trying to do is recapture momentum that they lost when they put it at $499. So people forget that there's a risk involved, that there's no guarantee that you're going to get multiple offers, no matter how low you're listed. So you've got to be move-in ready. There can't be a lot for sale, and there's got to be buyers out there looking. That's your conditions that might lead to success, but the risk reflects the reward. And so recapturing that momentum can be a very difficult thing. I think they've got nice colored floors. It's a shame the kitchen isn't better quality because the rest of the pictures are high resolution. This is an important room, and when it looks pixelated and small, it's not going to be a very good thing for buyers searching online. I don't find that's a power shot either. It looks like a bunch of dirt beside wet stairs. They could have shown the backyard or any number of things on this home. The front shot is good because it shows the double car garage. Most of them take it from the side or on a 45-degree angle. That's the shot you want to take for a home like this. And so it's in a good place. I think it compares well to what else is out there and what else is sold. So Playfair 659 is 2,300 square feet. Most of the Heathwoods are loaded pretty well. Hardwood floors, granite counters. So they come, actually it's a limestone counter, which is kind of interesting. 9-foot ceilings, all the rest of it. 659, it's not a fantastic deal for 2,300 square feet, but if it's really nice, we have seen sales up in that range. This one on Nairn is an Eden model, so without the 3rd-story loft, it's 2,600 square feet. I think it's 29 with the loft, but I don't see any loft listed in the description here. So 2,600 square feet, hardwood floors, granite counter, stainless steel. It's okay. It's got a family room in between levels, so it has a little bit of that, the split level kind of thing. It's okay. There's no pictures, hard to tell. Kincardine Terrace is $699. I don't know much about it. It says 2,500 to 3,000 square feet. There is a virtual tour. 4 washrooms usually indicates that it's more than about 2,600 or 2,700 square feet. I don't have any other information beyond there. It's an 88-foot deep lot. Then we have this one on Somerville for $750, 3,331 square feet. The builders aren't making 56-foot lots anymore. The nice thing about 56-foot lots is that there's less of them on the street, so it creates a completely different impression than a lot of the builders that are maxing out at 43 or anything like that. So not as deep, only 80 feet deep, but I still think that it has a good appeal. The home opens up and you get things like main floor dens and so on. This model won the Model of the Year from the Greater Toronto Home Builders Association. It's got a great flow. It's actually the Madame model home. It was one of the ones that they built as a model home. Not this particular home, but this model. Butler's Pantry, you've got a laundry room just off to the side. I find the kitchen is too much all white for me. You've got the over cabinet lights, which is nice, but I just think some stainless steel or something to contrast the cabinets would probably create a bit of a different impression. But they put the money in. They've got the moldings, they've got the hardwood in the family room, but it looks like not in the living dining. To me, it just seems like it's a little short on upgrades for the price. When we've seen anything sell for this model over $750, it's usually finished basement, pie-shaped lot, pool, that kind of stuff. So there's not a lot for sale really in that price range. So I think that they do have something different and unique, and the street is great too. So it's close to walking trails just north of Clark. Great neighborhood, great place to just kind of pedestrian. Not a lot of stores close by, but there's a lot of nice things you can walk or bike or take the kids. Lots of parks close by. So that's the list for the day. If you have any questions, give us a call. And we'd love to help you. And then definitely check your email and have a look at the guide to Milton prices. I hope you find it helpful. And we'll see you tomorrow with more Milton Daily Homes.